Hi, crafty friends. You guys, have you used Rub and Buff before? It is so simple to use. You can see I've got a lot of different colors. There's a lot of different variations of them. But I got these little bunnies at the Target dollar spot or whatever that's called now. So there's a couple different ways you can use this that are simply just easy. So the first thing is I just apply it directly on with a little paintbrush. Just kind of, these have lots of little like crevices in the bunnies. I guess kind of mimicking like their fur and so, or hair, whatever, hair or fur. I don't know. So that's why the paintbrush works really, really well. Also, if you're doing like an old frame and you want to change the color of the gold or just add it, maybe it's already black or something, it's good to do it with a paintbrush as well because then you can get into all those little areas that you want to. If you have a surface that doesn't have a lot of detail on it, you can just put a little bit on, if you're wearing gloves. Make sure you wear gloves with this because y'all, it gets everywhere and it stains your hands. Ask me how I know. But anyways, so with that, you can just rub it on. You can just use a paper towel just to rub it as well. And I know it's called Rub and Buff, but the buff part is really just kind of going over it again with your paintbrush like I'm doing here, or just even if you're using your hand or maybe a paper towel or something like that. Now, what I do is, and you can kind of see it on that paper towel, I forgot to record that part, but where you just kind of rub it over, just if there's any extra, it'll pick any of that up, kind of smudge it all around. Now, as I was doing this, I thought, oh, let's just show, I'll put on another glove and we'll show what it's like when you just kind of put some on and just kind of rub it around. That works really well too. So there's lots of, little ways to do this, but it just kind of depends on what your surface is, excuse me. Like I said, this one has lots of little crevices and all the things. And you guys, I have used this on so many different surfaces, but I got to tell you, anytime I find an antique frame and maybe the gold just isn't right, like I don't like the gold when it's like a brassy gold, and that's kind of how these bunnies started out. I like a more muted gold. So you could totally do it any way you want. I also like when I've gotten gold frames, they also have the Rub and Buff in the black. And that adds like a really nice little layer to it all, especially in the detailist part. So it's just super fun. You can play with it. I'm just making sure like all of this is really, really covered up. You can see I'm just kind of rubbing it all around in there, and you can see the difference in the color already. Because like I said, that other one's more of a brassy, and I'm not just a big fan of that. So just rubbing everything all in these. And like I said, just make sure that you wear gloves. And look how cool this came out. I just think these are absolutely adorable. Oh, and my thrifted bunny I got. All right, friends, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow for more.